What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Snapchat, and happy holidays for those celebrating Christmas this week. We've got Bruce Banner coming to the game, the first RNG card to hit Marvel Snap, and this could be one of the most hated cards in the game. If you hate Danger Room, you might hate Bruce Banner. That will turn into the Hulk. Alex and I are going to talk about if this card's worth getting and our overall thoughts on the card. We're also going to be talking about equipment cards possibly coming to Marvel Snap. We have Captain America's shield coming. What other equipment could come to the game? Should it come to the game? And what ideas have we cooked up? And then lastly, guys, it's Christmas. It's the holidays. We're going to be doing a Christmas song tier list for the last subject today. And we thought it'd be on theme for the holidays. Anyway, guys, we're going to talk about that all today and more in this episode of the Snapchat. But quickly, guys, pardon the interruption, but today's video is sponsored by Castle Duels, a card strategy game with tower defense mechanics that put your tactical skills to the test in fast-paced, real-time battles. Now, Castle Duels is easy to play, but hard to master. You're going to create a deck, go into battle, and then use strategy to outwit your opponent as you defend your castle while trying to conquer theirs. So I've played a fair amount of Castle Duels, and I got to say, guys, the gameplay is real-time, so it's extremely dynamic. The PvP feels nice, and you're trying to adapt to new strategies and sometimes just barely pulling off the win. And it's fast-paced once the action gets going. But the strategy lies when you're summoning your units. You can actually merge, in this example, two units alike to level them up, and they're going to be obviously that much stronger. There's multiple rounds, so you can get yourself some powerhouse units, and there's definitely some that I prefer. I like the Frog. I liked also the Pirate. He did it good for me as well. But yeah, it felt really good to play and just kind of a smooth experience. And again, you can download the game right now by using the QR code here on screen, or again, I'll put it all in the description below. Now, for the gameplay, something that stuck out to me is there's so many characters to pick from, over 30 unique different characters to build your deck. You have Cowboys, Angels, you have Slime, you've got Occultist, Risen, and then Zeus, of course, is ridiculously strong. A lot to choose from, which makes the game fresh. And guys, going on right now is the Winter Wonderland event, and you can collect decorative cards. You can spin a festive roulette for legendary prizes and earn the exclusive Frost Knight, which you can obviously add to your deck and battle with. If you download now, you're going to also get a special welcome gift of a master chest with gold, a set of cards, and magic dust that can all be used to have a legendary card. So again, you guys can go ahead and download the QR code on screen or down in the description below. Thank you to Castle Duels for sponsoring today's video. Let's get back to the content. And as always, I am joined by the one and only Mr. Alex Coccia. Hello, buddy. Happy holiday week to you, man. Happy Eve before Christmas Eve in this world over here. How we doing? How you doing today?
Buddy, it's been a great couple days. I've been really reconnecting with family. I love this time of the year just because it gives me an opportunity to just spend time with my family. And I've been really fixating on that. I've actually slowed down my content release schedule. I've been really focusing on what's important, focusing on my kids, focusing on my family. I've been playing card games with my daughter. I've been playing Pokemon TCG with my daughter. We've been playing, we've actually been playing a whole bunch of different games. It's been so fun. And then the boys jump in and they want to get in on it as well. For Christmas, my wife asked, she's like, what do you want? She's like, I want you to play Magic Commander with me. And she's like, no. I'm like, what? So anyways, there's that. I'm working on that. But regardless, I've been having a great time. You know what I mean? It's, you and I, we grind so much. We work so hard. And sometimes it's so necessary to slow down and just appreciate what we have. And that's what I've been doing this week.
I'm jealous. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I am very... Damn Rival, I think I said this last week, Damn Rivals coming out in December has been wild. And for those listening, I will have a channel update pretty soon. Probably this week I plan on doing a video, so be on the lookout just for that. And overall, it's just crazy trying to line up everything. And so be on the lookout for that. But dude, I do feel you. I gone to way too many, but a lot, but a fair amount of Christmas activities. And I've got to say this, as much as I love the holidays, man, and I'm a big holiday guy, I am. But man, the Christmas pricing around some of this stuff is buck wild. It's like Valentine's Day dinner kind of pricing where it's you're about to just get completely reamed by the holiday specials. Dude, we went to this Santa Winter Wonderland thing. It was great, man. The Santa was actually pretty S tier. If we could rank Santas, I could have some C and F tier. I've seen the mall Santas before. This guy was the real deal, man. And he got the magic. He had a magic light up finger. Bro, he's got that. I don't even know. He had a bunch of cool little tricks. But there was this bro, have you seen these eat in the tents kind of thing? There's a tent that you can eat in. It's a see-through tent. And you have, bro, let me paint the picture. It's I think they said it was labeled dining within a snow globe. Okay. But it was just a plastic tent. It was a plastic tin with a table in it. And we passed by it, and I saw it. And I was like, who would, you know, I'm not judging, but I'm like, who would eat in there? And I saw it was a $1.99. I'm like, oh, you know what? For a family of 5, that makes sense. Per person. $1.99 per person. No kids discount, nothing. $1.99. And people, dude, it was stacked. It was bought out from head to toe. And it's not just that. I noticed a lot more, dude. Have you seen that when you've been to some of these events?
No, dude, first of all, we're in the wrong business. We can charge $200 American, by the way, a pop. That's like $280 Canadian.
Right,
what, per person just to go sit in a tent and we give them like chicken nuggets, buddy? We could do that. Come on.
He's the Snapchat tip. We even have the Chef Deadpool as the logo. Like it could work so good. Dude, the s'more. My son wanted a s'more, and I'm like, yeah, man, no problem. Gotcha. I got you. $24 for 2 s'mores. 24. We're in the wrong business.
You remind me of 2 things. One, when I took my kids to Disney on Ice, and everyone had like, you know, like the glow up wands and stuff. And my son's like, I want a glow up wand. And they were like $45. I was like, buddy, what? I'm not spending $45 on a glowing wand. What is this? And the other thing that you reminded me of is like, it's very similar to people that like when you're getting married and you go to get like a wedding photographer. And just because it's your wedding, they charge like 7 times more than usual. You're like, oh, wow, this wedding photographer is $3,000. Why? I don't know. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Like everything wedding related is super expensive too for the same reason.
They get the charge ups, man. But yeah, I especially noticed that around Christmas. Listen, we could go on for hours about the holiday season, but we should get to a little Marvel Snap. We got an interesting week, probably a quicker week when it comes to the new card, and we know what we're talking about on this side. What are we talking about on your side of the Snapchat?
Cozy, on my side of Snapchat, we're going to be talking about Doom 2099 in review. The card came out, and it's been played a heck of a lot this past week, you might have noticed. We'll also be talking about the economy update coming to Marvel's Snap, and it's a big one, so I'm excited to talk to Cozy about it. And then finally, an amazing Snapchat mailbag with a ton of fun questions that we can't wait to dive into.
Well, man, we're going to jump right into things here with Bruce Banner. If you guys don't know, 2 cost, 1 power card. When you end a turn with Unspin Energy, 25% chance to Hulk out. And that's just a fancy way to say you get a Hulk on the field potentially for a 2-cost card. All right, so we got High Evo and Ravonna in the spotlight, which obviously High Evo is going to be some of the synergy we talked about today. And this guy's pretty bare bones in what he does. For those that want some stats, right? I would say 1 of 2 things. It's a lot like Danger Room, so clearly, and not just Danger Room. Assess your luck and Snap, and if you're on the luckier side, this might be one of your favorite cards. And if you're on the unlucky side, you might hate this thing, but statistically, it's getting close to about a 70-ish% chance after 4 turns of playing, and then obviously that goes up with Magic, which that's pretty big, man, for a 2-cost card, assuming you were to skip every single turn, which obviously some decks like that. Alex, what are we thinking?
So right off the top, I want to say that this is one of the better Spotlight caches of the month. Ravonna, although being a Series 4 card, I think is a very legitimate card. Does make a lot of decks. I've always liked Ravonna. You've always liked Ravonna. We've been Ravonna stands for some time now. She's good. I like her. And the other thing worth noting here is High Evo is a very natural card to go alongside Bruce Banner. Moreover, if you're a player who is relatively new to the game, High Evo is an excellent card that I believe Bruce Banner is going to elevate that archetype pretty significantly, but it's like a big bad style card, which I mean, big bad kind of feels like everything's kind of big bad right now, big bad baby land shark. But generally speaking, I do think that this is going to be a good card for sure. And I don't know. I think that High Evo is definitely worth having in your collection if you don't already.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think obviously Ravonna, High Evo, both cards worth having. But with some of the massive economy update, maybe, that's where it's tough, right? I know they've hinted at things kind of, potentially changing. And so that makes me like weary to do anything right now, if that makes sense, with some of the new cards in the game. But Bruce Banner, so what did we both were kind of high on him originally. Do you remember? What did we give him? You have the notes typically on that.
I gave him a 3 stars originally, I believe, and in my notes I've upgraded him to 4. So I'm kind of high. I think I'm higher on Bruce Banner than most. Like I kind of been hearing a lot of like general ho-hum kind of meh takes on Bruce Banner, which I absolutely can see as well, but I think he's better than that. You know what I mean? Like I think he's a very good 3, potentially like a decent 4.
Yeah, 3.5. It's kind of tough, man. I feel like, I was gonna say for me it feels like maybe a 3.5 star, but it's like in the decks that he's supposed to be in that skip energy on purpose, right? Because when you're skipping energy, obviously, like that can work in any deck. So you have that pro, but you're also kind of spending more energy to play him in some kind of way, right? But his chance to Hulk out is gonna happen way more often than it's not, right? Obviously, you're gonna have bad luck. Things are gonna go bad, but he has good plug and play ability because of that. And then the decks that he does work in, again, are gonna synergize beautifully. And you don't have to do much. It's just set and forget it. Like, for one, like, I love him in certain locations, right? You know, oftentimes you got to fill out a location early. It's really cool that you could just put this guy down and then try to trigger him later to win that location at the end. But also, like, the lockdown locations, the one that's shut down, like, you can just put him in there and be like, dude, I'm going to have a 12 power card most likely there and pop down a big Hulk. That's huge. That's a big advantage. And so it's super, like, again, one of the things I love about this is between both Doom and him, they're not complex. They're not complex cards. They do a thing, and we saw that with Doom, right? It's like, obviously, the play rate's nice. And I think Bruce is going to get something similar. But, hey, results may vary, I think, is the number one thing to highlight.
You brought up something really important, which I think is like what kind of holds me back, like from like, I'm saying 4 stars at the same time. Like, I have some hesitation with that. I think the reason why is because, like, what you mentioned there, you play Bruce Banner, then you're hoping for him to eventually kind of proc and Hulk out. However, that could negatively impact your future turns. Like, if you don't magic, right? Like, are you in a situation on turn 6 where you're holding your Evoed Hulk, who might be a 16 power, 18 power card, and you're like, damn, do I play off of curve intentionally to float to just take that 25% chance on Bruce Banner instead of playing the Hulk for the guaranteed power? You know what I mean? Because it might be in a location you need to high roll on. And so I almost wonder if chasing this proc might end up forcing you to play suboptimally, which could actually cost you the game at times. It could frustrate you often. You know what I mean? So that's kind of something that I'd come to mind.
Yeah, for me, it was more of just like the later you play and the odds go down tremendously. 70% is insane. Turn 2 play, I think Bruce is one of the best cards at the 2-cost slot, but because obviously that is just not how life works, playing him late's going to feel pretty damn awful. I feel like in high Evo, though, because you're trying to trigger the Cyclops, you're trying to already do that, like, that's where it's like, that's where he's going to belong. I think he's a little bit less plug and play than I originally was thinking with him, and more of like, wow, you put him in the decks that he belongs in, I think he's going to shine, you know, that much extra. But, you know, we're going to see, this is one of those, it's not that we can't just tell what he does right away, but by playing him, the feel of playing him, and where he is working, where he's not. So clearly, man, high Evo, top of the list, synergy-wise, just because of that deck doing what it wants to do. But I got obviously some other synergies here. What do you have for us?
I mean, for me, I was really fixated on the high Evo. That's where I'm going to be testing it 100%. And like, if you think about that whole archetype with Sunspot, Infinite, She-Hulk, that whole thing has been dead for a while. Like, that has been needing something. And Luna Snow is a great example of a card that synergizes with Bruce Banner, even outside of a high Evo, to kind of like help segue the conversation. But even in high Evo, when I was testing Luna Snow, I felt like Luna Snow was a great addition there because of the immediacy of the extra energy that you get. And you can often use that very effectively. Whereas like a Hope Summers has this delayed effect. Whereas like Hope Summers in Evo was good. But I felt like almost to some degree Luna Snow was better because of the immediacy of the mana generation. And so when you add the two together, I feel like Bruce Banner suddenly becomes a much more appealing play. Now, what you did mention as well with the idea of like playing him late is awful. Absolutely awful. And that might actually be the thing that pushes him more towards a lower rating overall. Like, as we talk, like I start to drift my head down to like 3.5, 3 stars. Like this is going to be in the 3 to 4 range, I think. I think people saying that it's a bad card, like 1 or 2 stars, I think they're incorrect, honestly. I do think this is going to be ultimately a high power card. However, it's like, it's hard to evaluate because it is the greatest delta in results that Marvel Snap has right now on a card. This is the most Gamba card that has ever existed in Marvel Snap in terms of like the power gamut that it's capable of.
Which is why I've highlighted it as on both the thumbnail and right here, like the new most hated card. Like, I think people are going to hate this because of that, right? There's so much in Snap that you can prep for, that you can expect, and that's a lot of the strategy, right? Like knowing the decks, knowing that's going to help you win way more. Whereas with this one, it's like, I hope my luck isn't bad. And we already have that with obviously some stuff. They've gotten rid of a lot of it too, though. And so that's where I think the hatred might come from this card. It being bad, I think, is just, yeah, I don't know why people are saying that. Like, I've seen some stuff like Red Guardian's going to counter this. It's like, bro, if they want to play Red Guardian on this card, fantastic. Go ahead, because there's so many other options that Red Guardian could have been played on, and you're playing a 3 to cancel a 2. Go ahead. Like, for me, I saw that argument. I'm like, I'm not really sold by that. If anything, I think Bruce is a better kind of defense for that, if anything else. But again, 12 power, man, being activated a ton of the time in the decks you want it to be in. Sign me up. Ravonna, obviously, really good card, and that can work in Agent Venom and all the stuff that we've seen Ravonna work in. one of the tougher parts is because High Evo is such a favorable build and High Evo's kind of been out for a while, and hasn't really been a hot deck. Like, that's where some of the questions come from. Like, him plugged into there, how does that roll together? Him plugged into a base Patriot deck, how does that roll together? Like, some of these decks that aren't getting as much love anymore, or to your point, man, the She-Hulk, Sunspot, Infinite, those are crazy good cards to synergize where you're not losing any power. Obviously, playing it with Bruce, I mean, having the chance to skip the 5 to get She-Hulk for free, and then your banner evolves into the Hulk, and then you've got the free She-Hulk, and then you have the turn 6 play as well. That's a massive swing. And so I think because of all that combined to your last point in Luna Snow and these energy help cheat cards, ramp cards, it's going to make them pretty good.
One thing I'm nervous about is, like, as you mentioned, that like we have a lot of these like high rolly RNG style cards, and one of them so I'm super excited for Bruce Banner. Okay, listen, I know that like a lot of people were hyped up for Doom 29. I was too. It was like my biggest card of the month, the one I gave the 5 stars to. But Bruce Banner is the one that I've been most interested in from a standpoint of like, I'm a massive High Evo fan and I want to bring it back to some degree. And the problem is exactly what you mentioned, the consistency of it. Cersei is a great card. Cersei's even a card that you've identified in the past as being one of your favorite of the month. Like we talked about, I think last month was like your favorite 5-drop. And yet, although Cersei's technically a good card, I personally don't like playing it because I feel like I'm not in the driver's seat. Like I'm not controlling what's happening, right? And so I don't play Cersei, despite the fact that it might actually be a good card. And so when I think about my experience with Cersei and how I have reservations around that card, it makes me wonder if, although Bruce Banner is ultimately a 3 or 4-star card, I won't like it because I like having dependable, consistent results that Bruce Banner is never going to provide you. And the challenge we have is if that 25% feels like it's actually 80 or 90% and it's happening all the time, you know what's going to happen? It's going to get nerfed because a 212 is completely unacceptable from a balance standpoint. And so it'll only, I think, get less reliable. I don't think we're ever going to see an opportunity where this goes to 30 or 40% chance to Hulk out. Like, it's not going to, I don't think the percentage chance ever goes up. They might raise the floor by making him a 2-2 or whatever. But, like, I don't know. That consistency and that lack of it, I think, is going to hold me back ultimately.
Yeah, but when we're talking, so if we're talking about, like, meta play, yes, totally, because you're out of the driver's seat, like what you said there. For like the casual player, which is a good amount of snap, it's like I do see the appeal though to play down a 2, like not even think about it, put them in your deck, play down a 2, and then you just have this card that has this shot, to way over deliver by a fair amount. Obviously, like our biggest 2 costs don't even come close to a 12 power. It's weird, right? Because it's the synergy with everything, but with nothing at the same time, and the energy skips a little weird. Obviously, I don't think it goes over 25%. I think 1 in 4 is fine. I don't think they nerf it. I think they've done the statistics. Like, luckily, a card like this, there's like all the math and tests in the world that you can do to see if it's going to be broken or not. And I'm wondering if they like had it at 33% chance or something, and then they were like, okay, that's way too good. And sometimes luck is just going to be like massively on your side. You're just going to be able to get a Hulk right away. You get priority, and then you can kind of bounce from there. Do you think that outside of High Evo, do you think that there's more ramp cards that are going to want to be played with this? Obviously, you can't do Wiccan because you got the anti-synergy there, but you've got some that could work. I mean, like Electro's funny to ramp into it, but obviously you're going to want to spin that energy that you fought hard to even get down. Doom's kind of interesting because you're only playing 1 card per turn anyway, but somehow those are some of those decks are shaping out. So I just like outside of Evo in Ravonna decks, it's finding his true home is going to be that's what I want to wait and see.
It's interesting that you bring that up because I was trying to figure out like an Electro Blink deck that could potentially use Bruce Banner, right? You ramp, you play Blink, and then like you have this extra energy. And even if you do something like a Doom Odin on that last turn, you always have 7 energy, right? Wiccan decks often have extra energy as well. But like, I mean, after you play Wiccan, of course, right? You're not floating energy into Wiccan. But I don't think that they're going to be consistent enough. Like, I don't know if the 25% chance roll on a 2-drop is going to be worth it. Although you can play, if you play them on turn 2, then yeah, it's amazing. But realistically, when you're playing those ramp decks, you're usually building those decks to like take advantage of that extra energy. You don't play Electro from 1 extra energy so that you just float 1 extra energy every time. You know what I mean? And so I wonder if the play pattern won't be conducive to playing Bruce Banner. That's the only concern I have. And I was trying to figure out like a deck that would work like that. I'm kind of close on a Blink deck, but I don't know if it outperforms Evo. And I would dare to say that I think this was designed as an Evo card. And maybe it's entirely possible that there'll be a shell outside of that where it'll work. But I feel like Glenn sat down and said like, again, we've said this a million times over the last couple of months. It seems as though a lot of the design philosophy around Snap right now is increasing the amount of playable archetypes. And as a result, I feel like Evo has not been a playable archetype for the most part. And then Glenn was targeting Bruce Banner and to some degree Luna Snow to help just elevate it a little bit to at least make it more competitive as an option.
How much can we talk about a 25% chance card? Apparently a good amount, but I'll end on it with, I think he comes out at an odd time. If this is Monday, you guys are listening, Doom's a card I would get over this, no question, right? And then after this, we have Rocket Raccoon, which is also in group, which is a much better card in my opinion, with way more agency, right? Probably like the direct opposite of this card. And this feels like one to me, like if they were still doing Series 4, it almost feels like it has that Series 4 touch to it. Like just it's simple by design. Like we've seen that, in the past, stuff that's kind of more simple. They're leaning towards the S4 stuff. And so that's a lot of my hesitancy, unless you're like baking and bathing in the tokens. Like that's where I just don't know if I can recommend getting Bruce Banner. Although he's fun. He is fun, and the flavor card is cool here. In general. Any other thoughts on Bruce before we go to equipment cards?
No, I'm debating with whether or not I should bring my rating down to 3. I think that because I was just thinking about something. Playing him on 2 is not even that beneficial either. Because if you play him on 2, you're still not floating energy, right? And so playing him on 3 and then it's floating the energy, so you actually are removing one turn where you can proc the effect. I'm gonna change my rating to a 3 because I think that the consideration of like how you actually curve and the way you're going to be playing him, I think he's going to be less consistent than I expect, and I bet you I'm not going to like this card. Like the more I think about it, I don't like Cersei for a reason. I know I'm coming back to that point. I'm going to go to a 3 just because I feel like the lack of consistency might be problematic. I bet you this is going to be on the most hated card list. I think your thumbnail and your title is going to be correct.
Also, if you just had a million, or let's say even 100 creators statistically create content for Marvel Snap, 1/4 of them are going to think this is the best card in the world, man. Like, I don't know. That's how it's going to be, like, for some people. Like, if I fire up 20 games and he is hulking out, dude, on 3, 5, 6, clutch play at the end, dude, I'm going to love this card. Or if I don't get him half the games, I get him at turn 4 for some of them, he doesn't ever proc, I'm going to hate him. I think that's how it's ultimately going to land for not only content creators, but also just, like, the general player base. And so if that's for you, man, go for it. Moving on to equipment cards, though, Alex. We had Cap's Shield come in a data mine in February, and that kind of opened the door for something that me and you have been talking about for so long now, of the possibility of equipment cards coming to the game, right? And I was starting to think about it, and it's cool how he's able to interact with Captain Shield and stuff. And as this game ages and gets older, I know there's unlimited heroes that they could choose from. But I also think it would be interesting, and I want to kind of start the subject with you guys. I've got a list of different equipment ideas here, as well as some of the more iconic items in Marvel, and how that could make some cards way better. And what's cool is that these cost energy, so it's not like it's just like instantaneously making the cards better. You're going to have to like draw and work for it. But the idea, I think, is just a winner. After seeing how they got Cap Shield to work out so beautifully, so let's start there as a subject before I list some of these down. What do you think about this?
I think this is cool. And you kind of hit me with like a right hook on this. You took me by surprise. Like we kind of got in the call. You're like, hey, check out that. Like, it's just like, wow, what an interesting idea. And you're right, because I think a lot of card games do use equipment very effectively. You see it a lot. And they often use them in like token values, but even like in Hearthstone, for instance, you have like classes that use weapons specifically, like warriors and rogues and stuff like that. And that doesn't really exist in Marvel Snap. And so the thought of equipment, I think, is kind of interesting in adding it to the game. But we might even have some cards that are kind of equipment-esque. Like I was thinking about it while you were talking. I'm like, like is Spider and Hulkbuster technically equipment? Like is Hulkbuster like the suit of armor going on the card you play? Like I don't know if that's technically equipment. Yeah, is a Widow's Bite equipment? You know what I mean? Like we might be closer than we're further away, but like obviously Cap Shield is a huge step in that direction.
I mean, like the way that I was thinking about it is like we at great points there. Like we already have some stuff that lean towards it. Obviously, like Mjolnir we can't do again because there's already one in the game, and so that's one that you can't do. But there's so many like cards that wouldn't just go for one card either. Like if you did like the Necro Sword of Gore, like also you have Thor that I believed had that as well, right? But on top of that, I was thinking of like a great example of one card that I just wanted to pull up. as a good conversation starter is like, let's say Green Goblin, right? So Green Goblin, he's infamous for what? His pumpkin bombs, right? I'm like, I don't know. The idea of being able to, like, you're already doing something with Green Goblin of clogging up their side. So the idea of doing pumpkin bombs, it's like, okay, if Green Goblin is on the opponent's side and you play this, add 2 more, -1 mines to the other location. Like, that kind of stuff to work with the flavor of the card already is just a cool idea. Again, not a dev. We are more of just spitballing the idea of a conversation. I didn't want to do another another subject, guys, of like, we hate these cards. This is just more of a cool idea to talk about some of these. But like right off the bat, Hawkeye's bow, Nightcrawler's cutlass, Ghost Rider's hellbike, Loki's scepters, Iron Man's armor. Like, he has so many different mock armors. I feel like there's so many different characters that could get these iconic things. Cloak of Levitation, make Doctor Strange way better. Maybe this allows Strange to get an additional move. Not really sure how you would do a lot of these, but I feel like we saw it with Captain Shield, and this could be the start of more of these.
You know how like Kang does the whole thing where you go back in time? Why that should be like the time stone, like the Eye of Agamotto or whatever it is that Doctor Strange has. That should be his ability where he's like, what's it called? Dormammu, I've come to bargain or whatever. You know, he keeps doing that, right? Like that should have been the rewind in time, and Kang should be doing something else altogether. Another one, I guess, is the Tesseract. The Tesseract could definitely be in the game for sure. I'm not sure what it would do really, but I mean, I think that would be really interesting.
I mean, like, these are like some of the smaller equipment stuff too, right? But like, there's some real big, like the Darkhold, obviously. If you guys, one of the strongest items in Marvel lore, to put that with Scarlet Witch or maybe, Agatha, whatever, Doctor Strange. Like, there's just some, and then it has its own effect too. So maybe it does something, but then if there's, these other cards with it, then it has additional synergy to go alongside it. You have the Mandarin's 10 rings. The Infinity Gauntlet, I know we already have Thanos, but like, way to just like supercharge him even more somehow. The idea, the process has a long way to go, and who knows, maybe they're working on it because they've already released, a season pass card in the future with it. But I don't know. I kind of want the comments to speak on a lot of this, to see if this is something that the game needs, wants. Would it make it way too complex? But since we're already getting it, it was worth the conversation.
You know what just came to my mind while you were talking? In Spider-Man No Way Home, do you know how Doctor Strange gives Spider-Man that gauntlet where he can teleport? Like, he finds Sandman, he teleports him and stuff like that. That'd be kind of cool if you could attach, like, whatever that gauntlet is and move an opposing, like, minion or whatever, hero, into another location or somewhere like that, or imprison them or something. I don't know.
Yeah, well, no, but you brought up a good point, though. It's like, these wouldn't be just for that hero, but also it would help that hero way more, right? So, like, Deadpool has an infamous teleporter too. It's like, okay, being able to move Deadpool to another location is insanely cool. And you could just do that by kind of maybe the way of activate, like put it on the card or something to have more guaranteed play and not a random thing. The way that they could do this, I think, would expand the game more. And there's so much of this out there in Marvel that it wouldn't be oversaturated, but it would be maybe just enough. Loki's scepter, there's the Staff of One that Nico uses. I don't know. It's something I had to bring up. Didn't even have crazy thoughts around it, but more of, is this something Snap could lean into in the future? And how would they do it? Would it just be base cards, I guess, just like Captain Shield is?
I was just thinking about like the chimichanga, right? And you know how like you can, like, you play a card, you play the chimichanga on top of it. What if equipment in Marvel Snap was unique in the sense, what if you applied it in your hand? What if, like, you know how like you almost activated it in your hand, and so the effect came in with the card as the equipment? Like, you buffed Captain Marvel with the chimichanga prior to her being played. What if that was the unique play on equipment? Like, what if you added, now Captain America's Shield's a bad option because obviously it's already in the game, but what if you gave a card Captain America's Shield, you merged it, and then played them together for like kind of like a double effect or something? That could be potentially an interesting approach to it too, but again, I'm not a game designer.
It doesn't overcomplicate it, in my opinion. Like, I think that's been the side they're always, and we got cars, man, that are so confusing already, so I think we're kind of past that. My gut is, though, the majority of listeners right now, they're like, no, pass, don't want that. Like, just more. To me, though, there's just so many iconic things we haven't touched on in Marvel, and instead of releasing, there's characters people like, who? Which I guess doesn't matter. Jeff the Baby Land Shark, I mean, the guy has exploded in popularity, large part in due of Snap, so that is some of the charm that Snap does bring. But I don't know, solid data mines, I thought it'd be a cool subject. All right, so Alex, I believe we did this potentially was it 2 years ago or maybe I feel like it was 2 years ago that we did this. Or maybe it was last year. And time is, I don't even know what time it is right now. Don't even know what day it is. But we're back. We're back with the Christmas song tier list. And we're definitely here to break some feelings for sure. I think a lot of people have emotional ties, right? We saw that with freaking, was it Twix, man? No, 100 Grand Bar. Like, apparently this is the #1 bar in America. We're bound to break some hearts today. Right into it. Let It Snow. We're not going to do all of them. We got a good amount of them to talk about. Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow. Thoughts on Let It Snow, Alex?
I love this song. It's actually one of my favorites. When it was on, I was like, you know what? This is the one that I love. I think because the instrumentals capture like the spirit of Christmas, like the kid in you a little bit. You know what I mean? I think this is S tier. I like it a lot. I really like this one.
You're going with an S tier rating right off the bat.
Yeah, I think it captures the spirit, man. It really does.
See, I feel like it's dangerous putting something so high so quick. I do agree. Like, I think it's a good one. I definitely like. We are both in agreement that the classics are better, and this is a classic. This is definitely on the classic side. I was gonna go more in the man. People are gonna be mad. We gotta have some lower ones. For me, I was gonna go more like A-ish, but we could start it out in here, and if we start to have too many S's, can we push it down?
Yeah, of course. I don't think that's going to be a problem, but let's go for it.
He's confident. I don't like it in S. It feels weird. But
all right, put it in A. Put it in high A. Put it on high A. This is our list after all. Compromises.
Okay. It'll go left to right. Walking in a Winter Wonderland, which we would be playing these songs, by the way. We can, guys. They're all like DMCA'd by this point.
Yeah, we get destroyed.
What? So here's the deal. When I'm just walking around and I'm at like a mall and this comes on, this definitely doesn't instill anger or anything. Like, I'm not mad that this song's on. I'm pretty neutral, though. I don't think I'm ever, like, put it on the jukebox, mama.
Yeah. This is a good one. I think it's definitely good. It can't be lower than B. It's definitely a good Christmas song.
Yeah, like, it's so, like, yeah, I feel like once we get to C to F tier, like, C's like, I'd rather not listen to it. D's like, please turn it off. F is I do everything in my human possible level to not hear this song. And then S is like, must play multiple times, maybe a day, in the car, whatever it might be. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Dude, I actually think Michael Bublé's version of this song it might be my preferred version.
Yeah, it's great. I think it's fantastic. And I gotta tell you, I feel like it's close to S, man. For me, it's near S. Like, it's that high. I really like this song a lot.
Now I'm doubting some of my like later songs because I don't know what I would be putting in S. Like, I almost want to look for. I mean, okay. Let's get this subject out of the way because I know this is, usual controversial one here. Where have we settled with Last Christmas? I think was it maybe last year? You were
I was pretty low on Last Christmas. Now here's the thing, I got to be honest with you. So we were driving, the whole family in the car, and we've been listening to a lot of Christmas songs because I've been preparing for this. I like how you preemptively put it in S, by the way. I see you there.
Just leave it there for now.
And all my kids were like, put on Last Christmas, put on Last Christmas. I was like, what? Why? And they're like, because and we put it on, and then they're playing it, and they're all like jiving to it, and I was like, I leaned to my wife, I'm like, can you believe they liked it? And I look at her, and she's like, I'm like, no way, come on, I'm the only one in this car that thinks this song is awful.
Good shed of tear.
You know what? I gave it a shot. The new versions of it are awful, like F tier. Like, don't try to sell me on some like modern hip hop version of Last Christmas. It's not happening. The classic, I'll let you place it where you want. But for me, I'll give it C, and that is me being like as graceful as possible. Oh man,
I was not expecting you to still go that low with it. Listen, I'm gonna go to A. I won't put it as the best of the best. I'll be held back. I'm pretty sure we got a lot of hatred for this last year too. But this is a repeater for me. But it's not my favorite. The more I think about it, it's not like my ultimate favorite. As I've listened to more, maybe I'm getting older. Maybe my soul is leaving Wham a little bit, but it's definitely there. I will say for me, what's an S tier, and I don't know why, bro. Maybe it's from Home Alone. John Williams, the great composer that he is. Carol of the Bells. I'm not
sure which one this is. The title doesn't.
It is so hard
Cozy,
to even
give it to us.
describe it. No, I can't sing it. It's like they're really singing it. They're not singing it. I don't know how to explain it, dude. Like it's the bells.
You're right. It's like a chorus. It's like a choral.
Yes,
song.
It is a choral.
Okay,
that's the word
I know which one you're talking about.
Yes.
All right. I wouldn't say that's S. It's not
dude,
bad.
I love it. I do.
It's a great Christmas song, but it's atmospheric. It's not like you're gonna listen to that and like jive with it, man. What are we doing here?
I see. For me, it makes me feel some type of way. I feel like the S tier is gonna be more controversial than ever. We both need to agree for something to be an S. So I can't I can't put it in S. This is one of my more favorites, though. I picked one that I liked right off the bat. Like, listen, I got an A tier. I'll give you an A tier. Give me a song you love.
Buddy, I can't believe that It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas is not an S right now. You put it in B? When did that happen?
It's beginning to look a lot like It can't go in S tier.
Oh my gosh, man,
This is crazy. It might move up. It might move up as we go along here, right? So I need to see more out. I can't just be placing willy-nilly S tiers, you know? I don't know. I just don't think that's one that I'm like, put it on the jukebox.
Silver Bells is going to be a D, I think.
Thank God.
I appreciate it, but it's not great.
I thought you were about to say, like, that was your song of choice, and I was like, Alex, this is going to be a fight in a war. I would damn near put Silver Bells as, like, an F tier status. I avoid this song. I think I do. It's even the classic. Who's listening to this song? Who's turning this on?
I'd rather listen to this all day over Last Christmas. Silver Bells is a better song than Last Christmas.
You put Last Christmas in C.
Yeah, I know, because I'm trying to like be accommodating to my friend who has horrible taste in music.
Silver Bells, like the guy sounds like he's falling asleep as he sings it. Like he doesn't even like the song that he's singing.
Okay, let's put it at F for now. I agree. Like we're arguing over F and D right now. So
come on now, come on. Like, and to be honest, there's a couple that are like that. For me though, like when I think of an instant S, and we've got the names of the songs here. Some of these, dude, I haven't even heard of half these songs. Like I'm looking.
I was gonna say there's some songs I do not know here, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I definitely haven't heard like half of these. Oh, apparently a lot of these ones are just like really solid here at the bottom. Like why are these so tucked down?
Oh,
okay,
there's some good ones down there. Yeah, why weren't those up near the top?
Like I don't know who made this list and what the colors mean here. Okay, so I think was it last time we did this that we put Silent Night very low and people were pissed?
No, you put it low. I said I liked it, and you made fun of me because I said I jived to it.
To be fair, I think it's probably one of the like more well-liked Christmas songs. Where are you putting Silent Night then? I'll let you can kick off that argument.
Also, I think I'm using the words vibe and jive in like incorrectly, but that's a whole other conversation. Silent Night would probably be like D, but if I'm in the mood, C probably.
In the mood.
You need a very specific mood for it.
What's the mood? Like paint the picture for me.
You're in church?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, and then you're like, banger. I'm gonna move this up. So what are you thinking? Like we agree on what? I'm willing to go because of its like iconicness. C tier.
I'll agree with C tier because there's definitely better ones here.
Yeah, there's no way I'm popping this on again. Like just like, oh man, I'm making Christmas cookies. Get Silent Night in this.
Do you want an easy agreement here? Easy F.
Oh,
12 Days of Christmas is garbage.
Yeah, I think, bro, I liked this song as a kid. And I don't know why. Like the 5 golden rings, like I was like, man, what a banger. I was watching
because you sang it in like kindergarten.
Yeah.
All your parents came in, you had like the little talent show, and all your
100%.
friends, you dressed up with the hats. That's the song you sing, yeah?
I watched some kids thing with my son, and they did this song, and I was ready to like cause harm to myself. I really hate this song. Like this is, and it didn't age well. You can't re-modernize it. Like it's just a terrible song. I thought you were gonna go with an easy S tier. For me, like that's like no question. Rocking Around the Christmas Tree for me is probably like one of my favorite songs in the holiday season.
Is that the one that has like the really ear screeching voice that like the microphone sounds really bad?
No. Unless you're
sure? I think the recording of it, like it's very like it sounds like the singer's singing in a trombone, kind of like Shakira.
Dude, what version are you listening to?
The original, I thought. Anyways, for the record, even with my opinions of the actual recording quality, I actually really do like it. I think that putting it above Let It Snow and It's Beginning to Look Like Christmas is like completely wrong.
You're so caught up on its beginning.
I'll take A on it.
I will move Let It Snow to S tier for now. I have no problem with that. This is not moving. I am an ironclad man on this one, all right? Because if you go S, I'll go D, and then okay, that's mean. I like this song. I just can't. S is an instant repeat, man. You're talking like you're like, man, play it again, get it on again. It is beginning to look a lot like that. That's your jam.
I guess not. It's not that good, but it's definitely super good.
Deck the Halls. I feel like as I've aged, this has gone down too.
Down.
It's
down.
not awful.
It's cringy, man. It's a cringy song.
How is this so bad?
I'll take C. I'll take C. It's a C song.
C is I'd rather not hear it. I think actually that might line up. Like if I could choose, because B is like I'd listen to it if it's on. Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably go B. If you go C though, I'll place it in C. I think I'm okay with that. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Okay, so there's that live one that's super popular. And I don't like
that one.
Yeah, I don't like it.
With the kid?
Is that Bruce Springsteen?
Oh, that one's way worse than the kid singing it.
Oh yeah, okay. So my apps all played
the
the live version, and I was like, bro, this is not that great. It's not bad, but it's not great. Like it's definitely C for me. Maybe even D. Like I skip it.
I would go C. D. Like I was playing today. I was in the kitchen, and I was like, he is coming to town. Like I like it better than beginning to look like a lot like Christmas, but it's it's fine. Okay, we got some more oldies in here. Okay, hey, easy S tier. You ready? Let's just bang this one out.
Feliz Navidad. Let's go.
Boom.
Yeah, that's one of my absolute favorite.
No conversation. Yep. Like, and it's not even like I'm not just like play it again, but when it comes on, I'm just like done. Like I'm in a better mood. I'm in the car. I'm driving. I'm like holiday spirit, baby. Let's go. Frosty the Snowman. I respect the story. I hate the song.
Song's not great. Kids like it, but
I go
whatever. D. No, D's too low. It's definitely a C song. It might even be high C. Like it's better than Silent Night at capturing the spirit of Christmas.
Frosty the Snowman?
Yeah, for sure, man. Like I'm just thinking like across all ages, that song has to be more respected. It's better than Deck the Halls for sure.
What about Jingle Bells, which is also like the infamous. But here's the thing, this is just one that like, can I say that it's like I love the classics, but this one to me just is overused.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
I would agree. It's lower than it's lower for me too.
I might put it in D, bro. I'm not a Jingle Bells kind of guy.
Yeah, I would take Jingle Bells over Santa's Coming to Town, but okay. I can accept it as a relatively low rating.
I think that's fair. I think this might go here. The more I think about it, I'm not like this is fine, but I'm not
Santa Claus Coming to Town going down.
Even though I'm not saying turn it off, that's the tough part. But we gotta be there. Okay, Baby It's Cold Outside. I understand. I don't know. Maybe the song didn't age well culture wise, whatever. I'm just looking at the song, listening to the song.
No, the song sucks anyways.
It sucks?
Yeah, it's a garbage ass song. It's like a D. Easy.
Where would you put it?
Like I would rather listen to Silent Night all day long than Baby It's Cold Outside. Even the Will Ferrell version.
Oh my God, this is a great song, dude. It's not like S and A. This is a great song. This is good. Like live performance. This is fantastic.
Man, if I had the mouse, this list would look very different.
What would look different? What would you change? But besides your stupid beginning song,
you are abusing the sanctity of having the mouse right now.
You're making me hate this song, even though I don't hate it. Like you're making me hate it. I just want to drop it to F just to spite. What else would you change on here?
Okay, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas is not a B song. That's definitely minimum A. Carol of Bells maybe could go down. Last Christmas, it's a travesty at A.
That's my. We both get an insta log. That's like that's my insta log. I do have an important question for you. Here we come a wazzling. What the hell is that?
I've never heard that before. Don't even put it on there. We're gonna run out of space. I've never heard that.
I'm not putting wazzling on there if I don't even know it, man. Okay, we got plenty more. These colors are messing me up. Sleigh Ride. I think Sleigh Ride's a banger. In fact, I would put.
How's that one go? I don't remember it.
The Sleigh Ride Together with You. That one.
Oh yes. Yeah, it's like, yes. Okay, so that's similar. Okay, no, I know exactly which one that is. That's similar to Let It Snow, whereas like the music really captures the spirit.
Yep, it's mainly the music. Yeah. Is that an S?
I wouldn't say it's S, but it's definitely A for sure.
For me, I would put Sleigh Ride over Let It Snow. Okay. I'm beginning to understand like what you like in these songs. I am. I
like the flavor of the song.
We're agreeing more though. Like I feel like by the way, there's a lot of colors. White Christmas, Blue Christmas. I do know White Christmas. Blue Christmas, I don't think I know. Silver and Gold.
What's the one from, Blue Christmas, is that the one from Elvis? That's an F song.
Do you know what blue.
Yeah, that's F. That is the wrong vibe. That is not Christmas for me. And I know, okay, listen, I'm also Canadian, so bear that in mind. So my taste in, I'm not sure what Elvis is. Elvis like South? Is that Southern music?
He's from Nashville. The King doesn't like.
Is that South?
Well, first of all, he wasn't Southern. Like the states loved him. He was the King, bro. He was like put some respect on his name. One of the icons of the rock scene, man. King of rock and roll over there. But yeah, dude, King of rock and roll is a D tier. I don't care. King of nothing. He's not here anymore, so he's going to D. I agree. I think it was Elvis at the time, and he's like, you know what? I'm going to capitalize a little bit more and get a little bit more moolah, right? Dude, there's so many in here. That I'm not gonna rank, but also that, bro, it wasn't freaking Hanson. The Jackson 5, they had this as a separate song. Santa Claus is coming to town. I'm putting that in C. That was who I was thinking of. I think the Jackson 5 have a great version of that song. I want to say
Jackson 5 also have the one Santa's kissing mommy or mommy's kissing Santa Claus.
Yeah, but I'm not blaring that on volume.
My
10.
kids like that one. My kids listen to that one all the time. They really like that one for what it's worth. But
Well, I'm glad that you kids like it. Luckily, they're not ranking this. What are you putting it at?
I would put it like D. Maybe
I saw
C.
Mama kicking you. I saw Mama kissing Santa Claus. You're like,
Buddy,
like,
for
I
free
can listen to this?
presents, I would let my wife make out with Santa Claus in front of my
Easy.
entire family.
For free? Yeah, dude. Hey, kissing is soft. Although I don't know how much the kids would like it. Jingle Bell Rock. Here's the thing. This one's overplayed. Obviously, like this is an often overplayed one. I like it though. It's not that I think it's the best. I'm gonna go A. I think this is really, dude. You're crazy. Why?
No, it's like C at best. It's not A.
Dude,
it can't
it's
be A.
such a good song. I feel like this is the one that's picked a lot as like one of the favorites, and so people are gonna be mad that it's. Dude, you want to put it where?
I like C or D.
Jingle Bell Rock. What are you hating it? Why do you hate it?
It's just as bad as Jingle Bells. It's like it's
Not
basically
even
just
close.
Jingle Bells
Watch
except
your
more intense.
tongue. I'll put it in B, guys. He made me do it. I hate him. It's on me. I swear. Oh, Happy Xmas. War is over. You know this one?
That's the one with John Lennon, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. War is over. The kids. It's good. I like it. I think. So this is
not bad.
Christmas.
It's not bad. Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
what
That's
have
a
we
B.
done?
That's
I think
a
this is
B.
a good one. I think it's a B. You go with a B there.
You could even go A, actually. I kind of like that one.
that
now that I
song
think
too.
about
I
it.
thought I was
like
going
that
to
one. I'll go
convince
A.
you more.
I'll go A.
Dude,
That's a good one.
You're really keeping me on my toes because I don't know what you want. All I want for Christmas is you. Who's that one?
All I want for Christmas. That's one of those super cringy ones. F. That's one of the new ones. Is that like Kelly Clarkson or I can't think of these American Idol singers.
I think she was the first one, right? Okay. Grandma got ran over by a reindeer. Hear me out. I hate this song, but once a year, I don't mind it. I don't think it's.
I listen to it about once a year. Exactly.
Yeah.
Once
If
a
it
year.
comes on again, I'm like, kill it. Get it out of here. Do to this song as Grandma was done.
As you would do to Last Christmas.
I'm sad. I'm really sad. I'm seeing some of these, dude, that I have no idea. These must be some other, like, these must be holiday songs because there's.
Okay, you want an easy F?
Easy
Rudolph
F?
the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh, bro, F?
Yeah, buddy. Listen, what are you, 6?
What do you
Come on now?
Dude, you would
and
listen
everyone
to
yells
Grandma
in like
got
those like
ran over
extra
by-
parts.
You would put Grandma got ran over by a reindeer ahead of this? No, you're crazy, bro. No way. No shot. No shot. I don't love this song. But this is like it's a
Cozy's
classic.
7 years old, confirmed.
Dude, over Blue Christmas. I hate Blue Christmas is going down, by the way. Screw
Okay,
Blue
I agree.
Christmas.
Blue Christmas sucks. I
Blue
said
Christmas
that before.
sucks. I'll make up. You know what? I'm gonna put Rudolph top there. Jingle Bells could stay. I put Blue Christmas down to keep you happy. Holly Jolly Christmas. Have a holly jolly Christmas.
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's like at least minimum B. I could see it being an A.
I hold the mistletoe. Yeah, I think so.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I think I'd go B into B, but B.
Do you know what's a great one? Do You Hear What I Hear? There's an Andrea Bocelli version with his kids where he sings it alongside his kids. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Like,
See,
it's not like I love it. If you haven't listened to it, then you wouldn't understand. But like, do you know who Andrea Bocelli is?
Of course
He's like
I
the
do.
Italian
Do I know
opposite.
who?
Yeah,
It's like, who's Elvis?
I'm just saying, man. I don't know.
Come
I
on
just you look like you listen to NSYNC, right? So it's like I can't take things for granted.
There's a top
Also,
comment
NSYNC
right
has
now.
a terrible Christmas song now that I think about it.
Oh, dude, me and my wife were just talking about my wife liked NSYNC, and she was like, "No, I think it's aged well. Like, I think it's like belongs in the classics." And I was like, "I don't know. I don't
No,
know."
it does not.
We
It
wish
does
you a
not,
Merry,
no.
like basic. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
That's like C. It needs to be in the
Little
season,
repetitive.
but like you don't listen to it more than once.
A little repetitive, right? What about Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas?
I thought that was that song. And now I'm confused with the
We
difference.
wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish
Oh,
you.
this
That's
one
that
is-
one. And this is Have Yourself a Merry.
Oh,
Little-
that one. This one, the Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas is better than that one. This is like the when Kevin is like
Yes.
getting
Sure.
ready for. Yeah. Okay, yeah. This one's better.
I would say
B.
this is B. I would go Deck the Halls better. And Baby. Man, you put some of my favorites low. I'm gonna hate you forever. Okay, I don't know that one. Don't know that one. We're missing a couple big time winners. Like, and I just don't see them. Maybe I'm like almost the entire green section down here, bro. I don't even know what I'm looking at.
Yo, what is that? El
Like, I know
Duce
God rest ye,
Jubileo?
God rest ye merry
Gloucester
gentlemen.
Vassalli?
I know that, but we're not ranking that one.
There's one in French.
I think are these some of these Hanukkah songs, man? We're gonna get roasted. I feel like.
We're gonna get absolutely destroyed.
Oh, bro! Simply having a wonderful Christmas time is a banger.
What? How's that go?
Parties on. Simply having a wonderful.
Oh
Christmas.
yeah. That's a good one, but
You're
also
making me
it gets
sing,
repetitive.
bro. By the way, I'm not putting my singing voice on. This is like the 10th time I'm having to do this over here. It's not competitive. Where you have it at?
I would say like high
like
C,
it.
low B.
I like it. I'd go low B. I'd go low B.
It's better than Deck the Halls for sure.
Definitely. I definitely listen to that before Deck the Halls. What about
Silver and Gold F right away.
That's like anything. Like there's a common theme. Anything with colors in Christmas is pretty much garbage. Hard Candy Christmas. What the hell is this? Santa
Hard
Baby.
Candy Christmas.
Santa Baby.
Oh, that's the really poppy one, Santa Baby, right?
No,
one.
This is Santa Baby. Why don't you? It's a girl singing. Like I like
that. It's
a
F.
lot.
It's F. It's like Ariana Grande or something. That's
Santa
the
Baby.
exact example.
There's an older one, but it also I hate it.
Oh my god, I can't say it. That is the perfect example. That song right there of like what I skip if it comes on. I'm like, nope.
You're a mean one.
Give me the classics.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Oh, okay. I mean, as a song, that's got to be close to D or F.
Right? No, you know what? Grandma Got Ran Over. Same tier. Like I'll listen to it. We're not talking about the movie. We're talking about obviously the song itself. I'm not. I would agree there. That is almost all of them. Let me just do one quick scan. We were definitely. Oh, dude, where's the Christmas song? The Christmas song that like we've talked about how many times on the channel here.
Is it Nat King Cole? I listen to that. That's a nice song. You're
is.
right. Like I could listen to that, like reading a book by the fire. It's like it definitely deserves to be an A. I think.
Where's here it is. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. The Christmas song. They didn't just put the this is no for me. This is S. This is S. This is A.
And I'll Be Home for Christmas. That's a great one too. Actually.
What is that one? How does that one go?
Is that the what's it called? That's like a popular band.
How about you sing it like I've sung all of them? Give me it.
I don't remember I don't remember how it goes. I'm not even like dodging the singing. I will sing. I will belt the lyrics, but I can't remember. I just remember like being like, "Oh, I'll be home for Christmas."
What about Good King
I'll
Wenceslas?
be home for Christmas.
Oh yeah. That one's okay. You like it?
It's fine. Like it deserves to be in C or D.
What about Good King Wenceslas?
I've never heard of that before.
Come on now. Instant classic.
It's an NSYNC song?
No, an instant classic.
Oh, instant classic. I thought you said NSYNC classic. I was like,
no, an instant classic. Probably A. You've had the song on with the kids in the car.
I have no idea, dude.
Good King?
Good King? I've never heard. I don't know what it is.
I've never heard that song in my life, bro. I don't even know what that is.
Oh, you're okay. That's hilarious.
Bro,
I thought you were actually playing me there.
Bro, now I just wanted you to like go through your head a little bit and be like, what is it?
Playing with the kids too.
That does not even sound. There's some fan out there that's like a massive fan of that song. Here Comes Santa Claus, Mistletoe and Holly. Mistletoe and Holly's another one that I'm just like, it's a slow one. It's a slow burner. Oh, Happy Holidays.
Not even sure what that is.
Happy Holiday.
Oh yeah. That's like
it's a holiday season. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like to me. That's like Silver Bells area, like low
and
D.
Santa Claus. Dude, no way. This one's way faster pace. You're thinking of the wrong one.
No. I know the song. It's bad.
What about the Charlie Brown song, Linus and Lucy?
Oh, Charlie Brown's great. I would say it's like it deserves to be like high C, low B.
What, dude? Peanuts Christmas. Peanuts. I want to make sure I pronounce that correctly. Is all A to me.
Oh man, that's so funny you said that. When Penny Parker came up, the amount of times when I typed Penny, that the autocorrect scanned me, and I got so close to accidentally sending those like reply comments. Like I love Penny, is
some might see. Listen, what's not on this list? Have you done any Trans-Siberian Orchestra? Have you listened to that? Yeah,
so Trans-Siberian Orchestra is like the band that is only relevant like 2 weeks of the year.
Yep, but they deserve it.
It goes hard. I like it.
They're damn good. I'm not agreeing with this list. You made it. I'll accept it.
Dude, I made it. You scammed me like 90% of my.
Bro, Let It Snow is good, but like on repeat, bro, you're out of your mind. Do you still think...
We're saying the best Christmas song ever is Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, and like that it's mid at best.
Mid at best. I'm gonna end you. What other one do you hate in here? I think these all look pretty good to me.
Yeah, I mean, if again, this is our list. It's not my list. It's not your list. It's our list. And I guess this is roughly where it falls.
Listen, if you haven't heard these songs on the bottom, just if you really want to hate yourself, just give yourself a nice little Spotify playlist and just go through all of them. And hopefully, guys, with this beautiful Christmas song tier list, you guys have a great holiday season and enjoy Christmas Eve, Christmas, all that good stuff. And hopefully we brought you a little bit of holiday cheer here and on a Monday. So, guys, thank you for coming over. Go over to Alex's side to talk not Christmas, if that's what you're looking for. Doom 2099 in review, massive economy update, and Snapchat mailbag. Have a good one. Have a great one. Till the next one. Happy snapping.